get lightning strikes near the building that cause havoc.
Couple times a year,
That's
seems like, what you saying?
if they're gonna happen, when they're gonna happen.
Strokes are primarily gonna be caused by power surges.
Power surges especially. Lightning strikes near the ground nearby, that's gonna really take the ground voltage and
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
send it crazy for a second, and then that's where I've seen things fail, is it's always a very intense
Like in
light.
an instance where a lightning bolt would cause all the lights in the building to flash, to dim, and then come back.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that the kind of lightning you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Or the kind of lightning that it is, the light and the boom are so close together.
Right.
Yeah, that happens.
That happens once a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see the lights.
And that's,
Flying, crash,
Yeah,
blink.
that's the event that's gonna cause the stroke.
Okay,
Pressing the buttons, even pressing the buttons too many times in a row, isn't gonna do it.
Okay.
good to know.
This is a system, we call it the new system. It's very robust, there's no reason to replace it with anything newer at this time. But it's been installed for about 7 years now, so in computer terms, it's ancient. But it's just, there's an expression that includes brick and another word for outhouse, is what this thing is. And to prevent strokes, it's also on a Surgex protector. So it's unlikely, but I have to give the warning that it's a computer. It's at least as reliable as an iPad, probably much more so.
Power to your units is separated from the power to the audio
To
components.
the best of my knowledge, that is how it was spec'd and that was how it was built. This box is now closed.
That's my
It's-
preference, you know, you don't have the rack powered, up, you know, the rack's not powered up, but you've got power to your two units.
Yeah, that's, when I was first installing it, I did not have a dedicated circuit.
Right,
I was told that there would be before this rack got closed.
Right.
This rack is now closed. I'm not opening it because it's not my rack, it's the audio rack that we rented
Right.
some space in. When you call tech support 12 years from now when the system fails for the first time,
say that.
That's the guarantee you gotta sell.
Say that again, yeah. Make my heart stop beating so fast and say that one more time. After all this
You'll
talk
still be
about
here.
strokes and
You'll still be here.
strokes.
12
tech
years.
support might ask you to find a thumb drive, which will be ancient technology like finding a 3.5-inch floppy drive is now.
That's right.
That goes in there, and you can pull the configuration out, take adjustments, and put them in. Likely in the future, another reason to do that would be you call up your good buddy Brian and say, we need 24 presets, not 12. And for a very, very modest fee, we adjust the configuration, and instead of charging you to drive from Belleville to Lansing to plug in a thumb drive and drive back, we email it to you. And you can upload it here. You can also download it from here and send it off to tech support if they request it. It's all done through file operations. Where did it go? And from here you can save archconfig, load archconfig, restore defaults, update firmware, save LCD files, and save log files. If something really strange is going on, they might ask you, can you go in and save the log files to a USB or SD card and email them to us? Figure out what's going on. Oh, what's happening, and this has literally happened. Somebody knocked this off on accident. And when they did their best to put it back on, they pinch this button down. And then that button doesn't work. And the system's acting like it's getting pressed, the button is getting pressed all the time. And it's acting really weird. Well, you look in the log files and it says this button literally is, we're getting a signal from that computer interface. That button 1 is getting pressed a whole lot, but you didn't know it wasn't that station or that station. They can figure out which one it is.
Okay.
Any questions about the system in general?
So that hardware, as it is right now, is expandable to those More presets?
Yep. It is a completely customized configuration. Nobody has a system exactly like yours, so this was built exactly for you. And then, in general, doors like that stay shut and locked.
Yes.
Questions so far? Out to the house.